Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sports
And we're
fans,
live Thursday from Sadie's.
broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City. It's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field.
Not today.
It's kind of a reach.
Holiday week.
Yeah.
Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports. 2 Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
It's Monday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at Howie's for the final Monday Night Football regular season game of the year. Let's go. At halftime tonight, not our Van and I, tuning on. Yeah,
there's 2 more. There's 1 more week of the regular season.
They don't have Monday Night Football.
Money on the last one?
All right, let me turn you
I
down.
feel
legit
ripped off.
So you're dumb, so we're going to turn you down for your excitement.
We have a break
this
next
is the last
Monday.
one.
Okay.
Then we have the wild card game.
Yes.
Where we'll be doing the haircutting and all that
Yeah,
good stuff.
definitely be here for the wild card.
You know what we also have?
I'm
Then we
coming
got the
anyway.
Natty.
We have me, who's always right. What a weird thing to think that you had it. We are live from Howie's. It is the final Monday Night Football regular season game of the year, where Howie's is, not me, not Van, not Tumanon, not Cumulus, not any other entity. Howie's specifically is giving away a big cash prize at halftime.
Yes.
Come to get an entry into that raffle drawing. If you've been coming with us all year, first of all, nice. Secondly, you're going to have a lot of entries in there, so you're going to have a chance to win the big one. But you got to be present to win, so we will see you tonight. I believe it's Lions and Niners. Is that right?
Yes.
That's correct.
That'll be a good one. Jake Cassio is with us. Jacob, welcome.
It's good to be back. Love my Mondays.
Luke Markwith is welcome. He is Howie's. Luke, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my God, it's Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Luke Markwith, who played Santa Claus for us at Duke City Championship Wrestling on Saturday, your in-ring debut.
It was phenomenal.
There were so many people there. There were so many people there.
Our place was shoulder to shoulder.
No, it was just overall fantastic evening, great production. It was great.
Why were there so many people there?
I mean, it's
To see Santa.
the excellent product that you put out.
And
That's why
Santa.
so many people showed up.
That is true. Back at the studio is Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome, boys. Missed you.
Also,
Aw.
like, hashtag pray for Hobo Hank. Like,
Pray for
first
Hobo
off,
Hank, yeah.
We don't know where he is. We don't know what happened to him. He's in the wind.
The only way to find out is to join us January 17th. That is a Friday night at Albuquerque Comic-Con. That's right, boys. Duke City Championship Wrestling at the con. Come hang out with your boys as it's Albuquerque Comic-Con presents Duke City Championship Wrestling Personal Issue.
Like a magazine?
Or comic book. It's
Oh,
Comic-Con, you idiot. Jake Cassio, part of the program. All right, boys. Today's I-9 Varsity. It's the I-9 Varsity of Christmas gifts that we got from Goodwill across the street.
Correct.
League Office 280 at i9sports.com. Basketball clinics currently signing up. They are every night of the Tuesdays. They're on Tuesdays. Reach out to League I9 Sports at League Office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. So the bit here, boys, is we last Monday decided that we were going to give each other Christmas gifts.
Correct.
And the only stipulation on the gifts was we had to buy them from the Goodwill located at the intersection of Montgomery and Tramway,
Right.
across the street from Howie's Sports Page.
Not a paid endorsement.
No.
Just fans of Goodwill.
Yes. Howie's is also at the intersection of Montgomery and Tramway. So it's 2 birds with 1 stone for us. Also, it's a funny idea. We've never done this. I have chosen to go last. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right,
Now,
Jake.
are we giving individual gifts or just all the
All
gifts?
at the same
All
time.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
all at the same
Perfect.
time.
Okay.
in,
I like it.
Essence of time.
So
Let me
Jake's going first.
All right,
Yep.
so
You know, I already gave Luke a present last week. Luke was the only person to get a present before Christmas
So,
because I
you guys
love
got-
Luke,
you guys
and
each
I'm
got-
lukewarm to you two.
Thoroughly enjoyed it on my Christmas breakfast.
Okay.
So here's your mug.
Okay.
Coincidentally, you just said you're Mr. Right.
okay.
And for Van, I got you this one. And
All
it
right.
says, I married Mr. Right. And what does it end with?
He married Mr. Always Right.
And then
I
there's
think
one.
you're talking about
These are 2 coffee mugs.
my alt-right political views is what you're referring
these,
to.
this is gonna. There's gonna be a theme here amongst us. I can feel
I got you a book,
Oh.
The History of the Civil War,
Okay.
with illustrations.
the illustrated history of the Civil War.
And you seem more Civil War-y to me, and Van seemed more Vietnam, get down with peace and justice.
I've been to Vietnam. It's
Yeah.
a lovely
The
place.
country or the war?
Not during the war.
Okay.
And,
It was
uh,
unfortunate.
The conflict.
I got 2 things for Luke and 2 things for Isaiah too,
Oh.
because Isaiah couldn't be here. So Isaiah, I got you a copy of Trainwreck because it's LeBron's birthday and it's his greatest role ever. And I got you season 2 of The Cosby Show on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
Is that the one where Theo moves out but lives in the house and has the monopoly money and has to pay rent? And they
no, I thought that was just the
Oh,
one
and the
where,
budget goes away and it's
that's
a
that's my
disaster.
favorite episode of all time.
And for Luke, I got you a copy of Borat on DVD.
Legendary.
Is this because I wore the outfit the first
And
time? we
Lars
met?
and the Real Girl.
Oh, very wonderful.
Now, did you get that copy of Borat for Luke? Because I got engaged last weekend and I can say, my wife.
I think it's because I was wearing the lime green
Yes. Yeah.
thong bikini thing the
Yeah.
first time we met.
Uh-huh.
We do
Yeah,
know
so
that story.
I had to bring it back to the throwback.
Jake, these are lovely gifts. Thank
Of
you.
course.
Well done. So, does anyone here own a DVD player? First off, can
I
you
do
actually
not.
play these?
I do not have a.
They're more for collecting and
Yes.
putting on the wall.
Okay, well, these are excellent gifts.
Well done.
Thank you, Jacob.
Of course.
Luke, you are next.
Okay.
We have adorable
Now
Miss
it's-
and Mrs. mugs. That
it's
was a
the
nice touch.
I-9 varsity of Christmas gifts for each other from the Goodwill across the street from Howie's sports page.
I went with everybody's a little dual gift, some fashion sensibilities of what I
Ooh.
think.
Oh,
Okay.
And a nice medium
And this is
shirt
me.
for Van.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also went with some, nothing to me says class, like used Goodwill tumblers
Oh.
Yeah.
with cougarisms on them.
Of course.
Okay.
So you each got a tumbler with its own cougarism on it.
All right. This
Okay.
is all hot girl stuff for
Yeah,
sure.
I got a hot girl
All right.
tumbler, a pink one, and it matches.
Yeah.
Okay, so this shirt I could wear if there was another sequel to The Hangover.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah.
with all the hard work you've had, you're due a vacation.
Yeah, upside down flamingos, which I think has something to do with swinging.
Yeah.
So thank you for this kind gifts.
I think that's Magnum PIMP.
Now, also,
That's what
Luke,
that is.
I've lost a lot of weight.
I know
so this
I know that you're a large, tall these days.
Yes, so
But the Goodwill doesn't keep the categories quite the same.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
different brands. I looked at a large, tall, and it was not going to fit Jake.
okay, got it. This is great. Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
awesome. My Tumblr says, well, if it isn't Little Miss, I'm never drinking again.
Yours guys just have lids. That's
and
far
this-
better than mine.
And I got a Child's Bills flag football.
It was there. I figured it was the perfect gift.
So good.
I mean, you'll grow into it.
yeah.
That's
You'll
so
grow into
good.
Or I'll wear a crop top.
There you go.
Yeah.
And my Tumblr says day drinking because 2020 sucks.
I figured it was
to-
very time appropriate.
Hard to argue with.
Yeah.
And then Luke bought me literally the shirt that I donated to Goodwill last week. So this is- my actual shirt came back to me.
That is just a fashionable shirt that you will wear.
This is like something that Luke
Yes.
completely nailed. That came right out of my closet.
It's a nice medium.
Yeah.
Van works hard on his
Yeah.
his look. I want him to be able to show it off.
I see you guys got
Oh,
the good
not last
clothing.
week. I didn't.
Okay, Van.
Am I
you're-
up,
yep.
boys? Okay, we're gonna go one by one. I didn't put it in fancy wrapping paper like these Goodwill bags, but here we go.
Hey, those are Howie's to go.
Yeah, these
bags,
are
by the
Howie's
way.
to go. Figure it out.
First off, we'll start with Luke.
Okay.
I got you a desktop little whatever this is, little trinket, a little curio.
A knickknack.
It is a screaming goat, and I opened it up and checked it out. It still works.
It's a tchotchke.
So I thought about you because you got this thick, beautiful beard now, but historically you used to have an unironic goatee,
Yes.
which you're one of the only few people in the world
like
who
a
could pull
goat.
it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
goat's tea.
You're
Okay.
goat adjacent.
There we go.
Well,
So it's
it was the goat screaming that got me in trouble last time.
yeah.
right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do
Goat
Jake
needs to keep
last.
its mouth
Yeah,
shut.
smart.
So Fred, you're up next.
Thank you.
To add to what I would like to say is, the biggest Funko Pop collection I've ever seen.
Oh, jeez.
You
Yeah.
have in your house. Here's a new pink outfit Catwoman Funko Pop.
Oh,
for
thank
Fred.
you. Yeah, this is
Because I know
the
you have-
Dominatrix. This is a bombshell with little Funko exaggerations.
Correct.
Yeah, and this is a weird one. Also, it's for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So thank you for supporting.
That's a good
this
cause.
is really nice.
Yep, it's overly sexualized as far as
It
Funko
is.
Pop goes.
There's a whip.
She's got a whip. Yeah,
This is like if Rihanna was a Funko
she has a whip.
who claimed cats. Okay.
And last but not least, Jake Cassio, I got you somewhere in here a roll of caution tape
Sick.
because of all of your life's decisions and the way you are. You have a roll of caution tape, Jake. So use it wisely.
You have no idea how useful this is going to be for me.
I know.
It was
Also,
either that or
Jake, I
just a
got
bunch
you a
of red
hot sauce.
flags.
Oh,
Because
sick.
you got the least cool gift, so I got you some more hot
I
sauce.
love hot
There we
sauce.
go.
Now, Jake, I need you to confirm your shirt size.
Well, I am a large, but I wear XL.
Okay, so these all need to be opened simultaneously.
Okay.
Okay, now they're in plastic bags, boys. I got these all for you.
All right.
Now you're going to notice the theme here. Okay,
All
so
right.
feel free to everyone open at the same
Okay,
time and give
ready?
your react.
We ready?
Do
3,
verbal.
3, 2, 1.
Do
3, 2, 1, go.
verbal.
Okay.
Alrighty.
This one says "Red for Fred."
It's a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt that says "Red for Fred," and I think it's an old benefit shirt for ALS.
Yes,
Is this correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
I have
Strong work.
a farm scenery here with
T-shirt.
and it says "Friends of Freddy." So
Okay.
I don't know if you're
How
calling me
did
a
you
farm
do this?
animal.
Now,
I
this
got a Torrey Holt jersey.
well, it was St. Louis, so it was,
Oh, yes.
The Fred
It is the
theme
St.
kind of
Louis,
went off
yes,
the rails
yeah,
a
now
little bit.
you'll notice that this is actually just the wrapping for your guys' actual gift.
Okay.
So you both got
And I love that you left the tags on
Yes,
to
yeah.
show us how
That's
big
the
you
best part.
splurged
Yeah.
at Goodwill.
Now you guys, I don't know. I know Van has a record player.
I do have a record player.
As do I.
Oh my goodness.
I love that you got
There-
me Bill Cosby
I think
records.
we all have multiple Bill Cosby records.
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple stand-up albums from Bill Cosby on vinyl.
Okay.
The entire collection was at the Goodwill. I purchased all of it and then split it into thirds equally for you. Because I know you guys, first of all, I know you love Fellowship, so you can all get together at Van's house. He loves when Jake's over.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen to Bill Cosby over a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And then now with Zay, we can put season 2 of the Cosby Show
Yeah.
on too.
So you guys are set up,
Fantastic.
you're set up for a lot of success here because you also your favorite comedian.
I'll bring the bottle of cloudy wine.
Yeah, for
Perfect.
sure. Watch your drinks around Fred tonight. I think this is a open warning to
precursor.
everyone.
I will bring snake condoms.
Which one
I
is this?
love that the
This one?
first track of side 1 of this album is a nut in
So-
every car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's
To wrestle my
Sad.
brother, whom I slept with,
I used to own that one. Yeah.
inside the mind of Bill Cosby. I'm
Uh-huh.
honestly just going to frame that.
Yeah. That's it's a different one.
Yeah. These are sweet.
Why did they have the entire Bill Cosby stand-up collection on vinyl at the Goodwill across the street?
because whatever record collector has these has very good morals and got rid of all of these.
So there you go, the I-9 Varsity of Christmas gifts from the Goodwill across the street from the Howies. It is Sports Talk whenever we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Howie's. We're here all night. Halftime is our time to shine as we're hosting Monday Night Football. Come for the raffle, stay for the fellowship. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're live from Howie Sports Page. We're here with you today, not tomorrow, not New Year's Day. There's bowl games. Thursday, we're live from Sadie's.
Correct.
Friday, I think we're off again. There's like a bowl game.
I think you're correct also.
Ugh. Back to normal next week. I mean, normal for us.
Normal-ish.
That's a sliding term.
We are on till 7 next Monday. You want us here or no?
That'd be great.
All right, so we'll be here next Monday, and we're going to do the whole thing the whole night. So that'll be wild.
Hell yeah.
A lot of program that we would have to do.
It's the most program we've ever had.
Things get weird when you get into hour 3 at Howie's.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest story of the weekend is the New York Giants. They basically had the number 1 overall pick locked in, and they messed around and screwed it up, and now there's basically no way for them to get it.
Yeah, you're number 1. Who do you want? Shador? You want Cam Ward? You want Travis Hunter? You want Ashton Genty? Well, you don't get any of them now because you dropped.
Hold on,
yeah.
They'll get one of them. Like one of them will still be there.
Maybe
they can't even lose right.
It's sad.
It's a Drew Lock move though. He wanted to never buy a beer in Boston, so he was like, "No, you guys take it. I'm your guy now.
It's the greatest Week 17 performance from any quarterback since 1999.
Oh, is that real?
Yes.
Yeah,
he played the best game of any quarterback in Week 17 in 25 years.
Yep.
He doesn't care about their draft pick next year. He's auditioning for a spot with another team next year.
And you know who the 5 guys are above him in terms of greatest games? Peyton Manning twice, Lamar Jackson, Phillip Rivers, and Tom Brady. And Drew Lock is now part of history with that.
I mean, it's like a good group, though, right?
Honestly, it looks like the Giants found their quarterback.
The Giants are currently sitting, you called it Van 4th. They're sitting 4th, so they will get leftovers.
Or the Giants found their number 1 wide receiver in franchise history.
Hey.
Malik Neighbors did a lot of heavy lifting for Drew Lock.
Did you guys see that stat talking about where all those dudes are from, the best wide receivers? So the stat that
Everyone's
I saw.
LSU.
Not just the university, but they're all born within like 90 minutes of each other.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. So the Chase, Jefferson, Lamb, and Brian Thomas Jr. Walker.
Yeah.
Not Walker. That's where he's from. Brian Thomas Jr. They're all born within like 90 minutes of each other in Louisiana. Like what? Like what's in the water down there?
It's
y'all?
Tabasco.
That's wild. That's
It's Crystal's hot sauce actually down there.
Well, when we were down there, we drove by where they grow all the Tabasco peppers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you can't call it Tabasco unless it's from the Tabasco region of Louisiana.
Oh, everyone knows that. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just vinegary hot sauce.
Currently
But
sitting.
it really is down there in Louisiana. It never gets cold. So they just train year round. That's why the South is always so much more steps ahead.
This also explains why all their basketball down there is booty. It's like the worst state for basketball. Like all their best athletes just play football and baseball.
They never have to go indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Should we call Jimmy the Greek, see why he thinks?
I don't want to ever call Jimmy the Greek.
Front of the show, Lenny's on the line.
I can't believe Jimmy the Greek's name just made it on this show.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's a deep cut, baby.
That goes back so far to such a very small audience.
All the old heads in this program are both giggling right now.
Oh, yeah.
Boys,
Both
joining
of
us,
them. Yeah.
joining us on the show is friend of the show, Lenny.
Lenny, welcome.
Hey, so Jimmy the Greek, so which version
There
are
we
we
go.
getting, the sober or the drunk version?
There's not a sober version.
Oh,
No, but we do have the Brett Musburger really drunk version.
yeah, there's that one too.
He's dead.
You know,
Died in
which
96.
ruined his career. But let's get into the Giants, since they're probably invented ways to blow the draft. But this is what they're going to do next year, and I'll bet on it. They're going to trade for Kirk Cousins because he basically only has 1 year left on his deal, and they're going to draft Carson Beck, who's out with elbow injury similar to what Purdy had.
Carson Beck and Kirk Cousins are the same age. Like, why would you draft Carson Beck?
Because you're the Giants.
Oh, good point.
He's 24. He'll come back. You don't have to have Cousins for 1 year. You don't want Drew Lock at all.
Damn, why?
Because
The way he just did him,
Yeah,
man.
come on.
to be a bum next year.
Oh, you want to be a bum for one more year?
Cousins may have one more year on his deal. I just don't know if he has one more year on his arm
or his Achilles.
You're not going to have Darnold on the market because the Vikings are going to franchise tag him
Good call.
and either lock him into a longer contract and trade McCarthy. Now, before you laugh at this, there's only 3 quarterbacks worth taking in the first round.
I think
If
there's only
McCarthy
one.
comes back, which he will, the Giants can then grab some draft capital from that.
Ward is the only quarterback we're thinking in the first round. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I love Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
I think he's going to be legit. Shadur's all hype.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cam Ward walking
your tongue,
in
Zay.
the second half does nothing to hurt his pro career.
No, he will be the second overall draft pick.
Football players. That was it.
Shadur will go 4th or 5th. It'll be Hunter.
No, Shador is going number 1.
No,
period.
Travis Hunter.
The only reason that Dion is mad is if he could finagle a trade to the Raiders or the Giants, then they come as a package deal.
Oh, he's going to the Giants. Shadur Sanders will go to the Giants at 4. There's no doubt in my mind.
He already has the cleats.
Okay, so the 3 teams that are above the Giants right now, who are they?
It's New England, Tennessee, and Cleveland.
Okay.
New England does not need a quarterback.
No, they take Hunter.
Cleveland needs a quarterback.
Yeah, they take Cam Ward.
They just reworked that deal with Deshaun to ensure that he's coming back next year, which
So dumb.
is beyond
There's the
comprehension.
All they're doing with that is kicking cans down the road so that they have to pay money in 27 and 28 for him.
What's the name of the wide receiver from Arizona? That's unreal.
Tulu or something
McMillan.
like
That dude's a stud.
Yeah.
He'll go to Tennessee. He kind of looks like Brian Finneran.
And then I'm going to give another pick. The Vikings will take the division over Detroit. And if by chance the Broncos figure out how to lose to Casey next week and Cincinnati wins, why shouldn't you give the MVP to Joe Burrows?
Because Lamar Jackson's had a better season.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen had a better season than both of them.
I say 3-way co-MVP. Let's go.
I'm in.
Up until through this week, the past 8 games,
Sam Darnold.
Burrow set a record for the first quarterback ever to throw for 250 yards and 3 TDs in 8 straight games.
Who's the only quarterback to throw for 40 touchdowns 5 straight seasons?
It's a 1-year award, dummy.
5th year in a row, and with 100 less snaps than Lamar.
Okay, no,
Also, Lamar Jackson has more passing yards, has more rushing yards, has more touchdowns, has less interceptions.
Lenny, good call. We are a little packed today. We're going to fit you in at length later, though. You are the best.
Okay. Yeah,
Like him. I like him a lot. Sorry, say that part again, Van. We were a little mumbled.
Oh, yeah, we all on top of each other. Lamar Jackson has more passing yards than Josh Allen, has more rushing yards than Josh Allen, has a better completion percentage than Josh Allen, has more touchdowns than Josh Allen, and less interceptions.
And
that's an MVP.
Well,
a worser record and 100 more snaps played because Josh Allen was good enough to sit out 5 fourth quarters.
Whatever you got to tell yourself.
Hey, I'm sorry that he didn't want the MVP and he sat out all these games. That was foolish of him.
No, we rested him.
For
Week by
second
week.
place in the MVP voting?
He's not going to get second place.
And the best player who's winning games without a team is Joe Burrow.
I love Joe Burrow. It's starting to worry me. His career is already starting to resemble Marino.
I was going to say
where he gets to the Super Bowl very early, second year. You think, okay, the sky's the limit for this guy, and then the team can never put enough help around him and never keep him upright, and ends up being the best guy never to win one, or to get back there. When Marino went so early on, you just kind of thought, okay, this guy's going to be a mainstay in the Super Bowl for the next 10 years.
Nope.
It is a really difficult thing to do.
Because the Bengals organization sucks. They keep drafting the wrong people, and no free agents want to go to Cincinnati.
No, you're wild correct. Because where they're going to end up drafting middle of the draft, middle of the rounds, like they always do, they're going to end up with some good exterior defensive lineman, and that's not going to help him at all.
Yeah, no, they needed to lock up Chase last year so that they would have the money. They could have kept Higgins this year. I mean, they're going to lose Higgins. They're going to lose more than they're going to gain.
Agree.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. But 3-way MVP, hear me out. Never been done before, and it's awesome.
In between Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I like it.
4-way MVP. Saquon's in there.
Yeah, Saquon too.
Yeah.
No Josh Allen. Though.
No Josh Allen. We're not
It's
wasting
okay.
it.
It's fool's gold.
We all know the real ball knowers know who's the real MVP, and It's all Josh Allen.
I don't believe anyone that does know calls themselves ball knowers.
No, you're just not online enough. That's a ball
What?
knower is a
I'm
ball
not
knower.
where?
What websites are you on?
Yeah,
Twitter.
for sure. Yeah, don't look them up on your work computer.
Yeah.
You know, Fred, you're
Luckily, I have a personal.
I get you put on lists.
you know, Fred, your presence on Blue Sky isn't prevalent enough to even have an opinion on this. Okay, cool.
Yeah, how many tweets do you have in the last month? That's what
Is that what
matters.
they're called on Blue Sky?
Well, Blue Sky, right? I forgot.
No,
yours.
those are skeets on Blue Sky.
Yeah, I'll see you over on Truth.
Is that still?
I never downloaded
For
it,
now.
so I don't know.
I saw the Dow today. I feel like it's probably not doing well.
No.
This is
Anticipatory.
awkward.
It's all about Lockheed Martin stocks, anyways.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah,
Okay.
Skunk Works.
All my money is in organizations that report statistics to betting apps. That's all I care about. It's the only thing I can see people universally caring about is sports betting. I can't tell you another thing in this country that people agree on.
Yep, that gambling algorithm blockchain. Like, yeah, get in on that
That's
now.
what I'm about.
Get in on that.
Hey, and I say keep expanding it. I need my buying power to go up. Like, bet on everything. Name a thing, put a bet on it. Report it. Let's go. Horses, fine, super boring. Dogs, fine, super boring. What can we race next?
Turtles.
Oh,
Deal.
By the way, are you guys getting in my Golden Bachelorette Fantasy League? By the
Yes,
way? Have you
100%.
guys-
Yeah, we're
Did
in.
you-
I'm
Did you
in
click
for
the link
sure.
that I gave you? Okay, good.
I thought it was a spam email,
It looked like it.
which is actually that's one of the episodes of the Golden Bachelor is they all who gets tricked by a spam email, and that's one of the ways you don't get a rose.
It was actually- it was just a
money to a
coupon.
Nigerian prince.
Yeah, it was just a coupon for 20% off spam. Like I don't know why any of you guys didn't click it.
Hey, most of those things they don't come from like that was always the joke, right? It was like the darkest parts of the internet, like XXX websites and adult websites. No, it's like learntoknit.org.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that fall.
Yeah.
Figure it out. A lot went on in the NFL over the weekend. A lot went on in bowl games over the weekend. It was a heck of a banger. Also, Duke City Championship Wrestling. But when we get back, congratulations to the New Mexico Bowl. They had a banger of an event. We'll talk about that. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Ooh, Sports Animal.
This report is
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We are live at Howie's Sports Page. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for taking the time with us. We know there's a lot going on in this time of year. Excited for the new year. New Year's Eve at Howie's pretty good.
Fantastic. Big spread of food and champagne toast at midnight and plenty of bad decisions to be made.
Bad decisions are what Louisiana Lafayette did over the weekend at the New Mexico Bowl. Oh,
Boy, was I wrong.
Man.
If those Cajuns weren't raging before, they are now.
TCU Horned Frogs took the gas off at halftime, which was nice. Josh Hoover did throw a pick, which helped me immensely in prize picks. So thank you, Josh Hoover.
Well done.
For doing that one time. Otherwise, real good crowd, real good event. Way to represent New Mexico. Tough game on the field if you're Louisiana Lafayette, Raging Cajun. But TCU turned out, showed out. I saw them all over town too. You know, they had billboards. I saw them in Nob Hill. Like they were taking the city by storm on Saturday. So congratulations to Jeff Symbieta, the New Mexico Bowl, all the entities that put that bad boy on because it was a banger.
It's cool to see every year, like just little steps. It keeps getting better and better. Just keep climbing up that ladder of like the entertainment value, you know, the public engagement, like getting new people involved in all the festivities. It's really cool to see it grow and get better every year.
You know what's kind of weird for me was this was the first bowl game where I guess I had taken notice that like the top dudes just weren't playing.
Yeah, nobody wants to play.
Both those teams were like, hey, you know, the guys that got us to this record, the guys that got us to this bowl, they're gonna sit out. You know, they're gonna go to the transfer portal. They're gonna, you know, make it known that they're gonna play elsewhere. And I got the list here, and I believe the Raging Cajun one was all transfer portal. That's my understanding. But that Colbert kid who was super good at wide receiver, he didn't play. The tight end didn't play. Broussard, is he the other wide receiver?
Yeah.
So they didn't have all those top tools. The running back was out. So yeah, it ended up obviously being a one-sided affair. And then same thing for TCU. What's the running back's name, man? Cam Cook. He was out, and then you can kind of fill it out from there. But yeah, it was maybe not a thing I was expecting, I guess.
Sure.
And it felt a little more at home. Like you didn't know what to expect from the game. And then you got what you got from the game.
I mean, TCU showed up and showed out. Like they played harder. They played better. I mean, it's pretty obvious in the beginning that they were outmatched, but entertainment value through the roof, despite it not being the closest of competition.
And then that fan base came over to Duke City Championship Wrestling this past Saturday night at the historic El Rey Theater. Luke Markwith, you were in attendance.
I was. It was fantastic.
You were in the ring as Santa Claus came to town. Your first experience, kind of from that perspective of it, you're now officially a pro wrestler. So talk a little bit, please, about what it's like to be Santa Claus in front of 500 screaming fans at the historic El Rey.
Yeah, I mean, I have to update my resume now as a Santa and wrestler.
All in one night.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, the LinkedIn profile is getting a boost.
Big weekend for your boy. But no, I mean, just overall, it was the first time I had been. It was just an amazing production. Everybody was, the fans that are there are into it, man. They're
wild.
Signs. I got there early to kind of get ready, and there was already a line outside the building, and I'm walking up and a couple girls like, no, that can't be the line for wrestling. That must be for the launch pad. And I'm like, no, that's for the wrestling.
I mean, you just saying only 500 people there, like that's you're undercutting it, aren't you? Like I was worried the fire marshal was going to show up and shut everything down.
It was a good night. And, you know, Luke, you've taken a bump before, but now I'm talking about wrestling. So, you know, you get in the ring and you got to take a bump, and you fought the way that Santa Claus fights, which is belly first.
Oh yeah.
You know, and put Ricky the Renegade in his spot. So Ricky the Rebel, the Renegade, he put on his rear end, and then the rest of the roster kind of comes out from the back to assist Santa Claus. And
yeah, he's on the naughty list next year. The other four guys, man, they worked their way right up to the top of the nice list.
And then so it was so funny. We're getting ready to do the wrestling, and we have the Santa suit. Who supplied the Santa suit?
Off Broadway.
And they're good.
Oh no,
yeah,
they're fantastic.
Excellent.
Actually, an old family friend I've known the owner for most of my life.
Oh, okay.
So it was a nice little thing to get to go in there. But yeah, no, they were great.
I think the guy that owns it is like Dana Warrior's like hairstylist. It's something of that nature where there's like a tie to wrestling or something.
Okay.
Like it all works out. I mean, not part of the story. So is Luke is coming. We have the Santa suit, and this is like movie quality thing. This thing is like top tier.
Super nice.
And what we don't have at all is like any gifts. Like we didn't think to go buy any sort of like whatever to give out to the kids
or some cookies.
Yeah, anything. So we go to Aaron Burnett, who you guys know, Aaron Buck Burnett, KKOB, tons of time with us, owner of the El Rey and formerly the Buck and Deck Show. So he's like, I got it. I'll come back. I think he's going to bring back like some candy canes or like fun size whatevers, right? He comes back with the most legit, that he bought like on like discount after Christmas sale of candy canes filled with mini M&Ms. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the giant plastic hook ones filled with the candies.
And I mean, we had a ton of them. So Santa Claus comes out and he's throwing into the crowd. He's doing stuff. I'm like, there's no doubt in my mind that M&Ms are going to be pelted at the ring all night. Like all night long. I'm like, these fans are just going to pepper the crowd with M&Ms. And Aaron, to quote Aaron, you think these people aren't going to eat the M&Ms?
Yeah.
And don't you know? So it was a lot of fun. Thank you to you, Luke Markwith, for coming out and being a part of it. Thank you to all of Albuquerque, Duke City for coming out. It's your city. It's your wrestling. We talk about this all the time. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it. The support, it's huge. So also good speed to Hobo Hank on his recovery. Updates to come January the 17th. So there you go, boys. Also, if you're excited about it, do keep in mind that I am in the ownership group of Duke City Championship Wrestling. If you buy a ticket at dccwtickets.com, the next event is at Comic-Con. That is January the 17th. We're performing live in the Kiva Auditorium. We're wildly excited about that. Also, you get to go see Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So how cool. How super cool. Ooh.
And a big shout out to Tommy Test and Turbo Tony.
Yeah.
Two Scoops and Turbo. The new tag team champions.
Yeah, the inaugural Chili
That's my
champions.
Favorite team now.
Turbo Test?
Yeah, Turbo Test.
They're the best.
Yeah, I'm all in on that.
If you're interested in hearing from they'll be joining myself and Saleh Taylor this Saturday morning on Going Over, which is a lot of fun. So we're going to talk the world of pro wrestling and what it means for two individuals that call Albuquerque home to hold that fun title. So it's going to be.
I'm more of a Rowdy Rebel guy myself.
Okay. What are you doing?
He just assaulted Santa Claus, Isaiah.
The
What are you
Renegade
talking
Ricky
about?
Rebel is the worst, dude.
I think he's a good performer. Don't put it that way. I like his skills.
Okay.
I like his skills in the ring. Okay. I like his skills. But I'm also a heel guy. I like the heel.
I'm a heel guy too, but you can't go against Santa, especially a Santa portrayed by Luke.
Well, I love Luke, but Santa Claus didn't bring me what I wanted.
Well, if you loved him so much, maybe you would come to Howie sometime.
Oh, Jake. Oh, shots fired.
Hey,
Shots fired.
Me and Isaiah went out for lunch on Christmas, and Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Duke store brought him a gift card to the Dukes, which was really nice.
What
Now,
a guy.
Luke, Isaiah, have you utilized your gift card to the Duke store yet?
No, I'm actually going to go tomorrow because I need a hat. I actually made my mind up on that earlier today. I was walking inside.
You saw your hair?
Important question.
No.
Now that Steve and the Dukes got through Christmas, which was, I'm sure it was a banger for them. Is he going to be open on New Year's? He deserves a day off.
He deserves a day
give
off.
the guy a day off. He's been working so hard.
Shop is closed today. Yeah.
If it's closed today, he'll be closed tomorrow.
Well, also, it is immediately following Christmas. Not all sizes in all styles.
Sure.
That's how that happens. That's that world. When we get back from the break, the best team in football is the team that played on Sunday Night Football last night, the Washington Guardians. And we'll tell you what they are going to do come the postseason. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. The program, welcome back to Two Men On. We are live at Howie's on 4th.
Are we?
On what?
Oh, we're not on 4th. It's Sadie's on 4th. I've been off for a week.
We're on our 4th segment. Close.
Ooh, nice. It's our 4th segment at Howie's, the intersection of Tramway and Montgomery. Luke Markwith is with us. Lucas, welcome.
Well, thank you.
Last night's Sunday Night Football game was a good one. That kicker sucked for Atlanta.
He's pretty good from like 39 yards in.
Yeah, extra pointy. He's your guy.
Oh, no, he got it right down the middle, too. It looked perfect off of his foot, and then just wah.
The Washington Guardians have now clinched a playoff berth. They own that tiebreaker with the Packers, but the Packers are also clinched, is my understanding, right?
Yes.
So they'll sit at best 7th in the wild card. Did I do that right?
I think the best they could get is 6th.
Oh, and that's if them and Washington both win. Or no, if Washington loses, they could get 6th. Okay. I don't think Washington's going to lose any more games. I'm telling you, I think they're that NFC good. Like, I think they're better than Detroit. I think they're better than Minnesota, maybe not Philadelphia.
What about the Rams?
I don't care for the Rams.
As long
They're
as
not better
Stafford,
in any of those games.
The what?
Commanders aren't better in any of those games.
I think they're healthier than Detroit.
Yeah.
100%.
And I
Got you
think
there.
they're less pressure than Minnesota and some of the others. I mean, I think they're the dark horse that could come in and be playing on house money. And Jaden Daniels just does not ever seem to get flustered. He's out there with a giant grin on his face in the craziest time of the game, and he just seems above it all.
One of those two teams that are above them in the standings is the Lions and the Vikings.
Right.
And one of those two teams has to lose next week because that's Sunday Night Football.
Right.
So one of them is going to lose a little bit of momentum going into the playoffs. And I think I look at them, man. They got the wide receiver core is really good. The running back's really good.
Yeah, well, I got to be that guy. So before I do become that guy, I'm going to wait and let you guys gas them up some more so I can remind you that Dallas beat them 2 weeks ago. As bad as Dallas is this year,
They won a bunch of games in a row.
Yeah, but when Dallas was 1-15, they beat the Redskins, and when Dallas was winning Super Bowls, they were regularly losing to the Redskins. Those teams just know each other, don't like each other, and it's, as they say, you can throw out the record books when those two get together.
Division makes it weirder.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
not for Philly.
Philly beats everyone.
I think the 3 teams in the NFC North are a few steps ahead of them, but it's still awesome to see Jaden Daniels as a rookie with what I thought wasn't the greatest roster. Like, he's doing a lot with a little. I mean, it's Scary Terry McLaurin and then like a bunch of dudes.
No,
who-
Robinson can play,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
Brian
Brian
Robinson is a
Robinson
guy.
he's fine.
Well,
But
you'll see him Sunday against the Cowboys.
The
Like,
guy
it's,
got shot.
It's Jaden Daniels, Scary Terry, and like a bunch of dudes who wouldn't start on every other
Right.
team in the playoffs.
Ertz is a resurged. Like,
Yeah.
he looks the part. Like, what's the name of the other little wide receiver? I don't know his name. The other little wide receiver just catches tutties.
Okay,
Like,
Okias.
there's like talent out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously beating Dallas on Sunday is going to be a big part of them carrying that momentum into the weekend. But
If they beat
in Dallas is messing around trying to get worse draft picks. Like,
Right.
And
they-
after that,
not against Philadelphia. They did not mess around.
No.
Yeah, they didn't try to. That was the first game I actually rooted for them to win in, and of course, they lost. So maybe it's my fault they don't have the top 5 pick because
Oh, they'll
This one-
still end up with
you
that running back you want, though, because that dude is not going in the top 10.
Agree.
No, I agree with that.
I'm still scared a team like Denver's going to trade up and grab him. That'd be really smart for Denver to do. You really think about it.
Oh, I don't know if there's a running back that will ever come out again that's worth trading up for.
I mean, all these teams, the Broncos, the Redskins, the Bears, like every single team who has a stud rookie quarterback. And I think years from now, this quarterback draft class is going to be
The
looked at like the Marino and Elway year. Like they're going to look like fantastic historically. But I think any team with a good head on their shoulders is going to draft offensive line help, is going to dump all their money in the offensive line help and free agency to protect these young quarterbacks, as they should.
Especially with somebody like Jaden. You got to, if you want to be mobile out of the pocket.
well, I've said I think we're seeing kind of a shift where the offensive line is going to get paid, and all the other positions are kind of getting devalued. Where with those rookie contracts now, you draft a running back, you draft a quarterback, you run it for 4 years, but you're paying a great offensive line a lot,
Correct.
and you just kind of interchange rookies on that 4-year deal, and then you can afford to put people around him.
The highest running back taken this year will not be Ashton Genty. It'll be Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter will do stuff out of the backfield. Like, that is the athlete that dude is.
Yeah.
And they'll set up weird things where he's carrying the ball multiple times a day, and he's going to also return kicks. Maybe we'll play a safety.
It's going to be a lot of very similar to Deion Sanders in those times.
Yep.
If he returns kicks, it'll only be 1 year. He's going to be too valuable.
He's just never going to get off the football field.
I saw the Dolphins had Tyreek Hill returning kicks and punts yesterday, which kind of just threw me off.
Really?
They're in desperation mode.
Oh,
I was gonna say, he was the example I was going off of. I know this rookie year he did, but then he stopped.
They had him out there yesterday.
Super throwback reference. Marshall Faulk did it for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he was on the cover of Madden, returning kicks. You're like, what are you doing, dude? Like, put Ozzy here back there.
Where they cared about health.
But you got to do that with Travis Hunter, because I think if he's just a wide receiver or he's just a cornerback, he's overrated that high in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He's only valuable because he can do everything.
He will do all of the things.
You have to.
And if you get a guy like Ashton Genty, I'm loosely looking at what the draft order is here. New England can't waste their pick on a running back there. Tennessee could it too, I guess, but I think the McMillan kid's better. I want a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Cleveland will go with a quarterback. New York will take Sanders. Jacksonville would probably be scared with how bad it went with the Attini kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen. Maybe Carolina.
Well, I mean, they got Hubbard, who's not bad at all.
Not bad.
And Jonathan Brooks, too.
They're going to take that. Don't forget that Abdul Carter out of Penn State. He's not going to sit on the board for very long at all.
That's
Neither
that defensive end kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Penn State, young Micah.
Yeah, they'll all go. And then they always overvalue offensive linemen. They'll all go super high, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Will Campbell.
Who's Malachi Starks? I don't know who that is. He's predicted real high.
He's a safety. He's a dog, too.
Stud. Yeah, super stud.
Yeah.
Is he better than Ashton Genty?
At his position, no.
He's worth paying more. Like, nobody wants to pay a running back top 15 money.
Well, I don't know what safety of these teams I'm about to name: Colts, 49ers, Saints, Bears, Raiders, Jets, Panthers. A safety is not going to fix them.
No.
Like, I don't know if I do that. Maybe Genty goes there, I guess, and then Dallas will probably be a 12, 13, 14, 15. They're going to be right around there.
Don't forget that Mason Graham guy out of Michigan. He's going off the board for sure.
Is that a tackle?
Yeah.
I don't know any offensive lineman names. You could
just the Calvin Banks guy's the only guy I know of from Texas.
If you guys were all to make up a name right now, if you were to be like, oh yeah, don't forget about Xavier Washington out of Oregon Preparatory, I would go, yeah, that dude too.
Yeah,
like,
Travis Jonty out of Chattanooga.
Yeah, no clue.
Hingle McCringleberry?
Yeah, where's he?
Corner.
I missed the last one, Isaiah. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, I was listening. Cornered Buckers. He's from Michigan State.
That might be true. It might not. I have no clue.
Tyroyle Smoochie Wallace.
Yeah. Oh, he's good, though. I mean, you can't spend all that time at Auburn and not.
And Brad Smith.
Never forget to Brickashaw Ferguson.
Harvard University.
Connor Connors. You go, that's actually a white guy we all know.
Hey, get ready for it, because the Bradens and the Jadens and the Aidens, they're all coming.
Oh, they're all here now.
They're all.
Have you guys met anybody that had the same first name as last name? It only happened one time in my life. Forgot what it was though.
I know a John Johns.
I know a Michael Michaels.
I had a friend, Davis Davidson.
There you go.
It's weird that dude you do know though, Smith.
Yeah,
I hate that dude. If he shows up here tonight, well, actually, I would just hang out. I mean, it's pretty warm, inviting place. I don't know.
I'll give him a Santa belly bump.
You could get one like a Carter. That would make sense. Like, I don't know any Sanders
yet.
Give Shadur 10 more minutes. Let's tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We are live at Howie's Sports Page. It's the final Monday Night Football game of the regular season, where Howie's Sports Page gives away how much, Luke?
$500.
Oh my gosh, got to be here in attendance to win. It is a raffle system.
How fast can you get here, Zay? If you're gonna go, it's this one.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Well, we got 30 minutes in the program.
Now, if we decided who's drawing the $500 drawing,
good
Luke,
question.
is it you? I feel like it has to be you.
No, I always find somebody else so that nobody can get mad at me.
Oh, smart.
All right, nose goes.
Hey, I have no
23
problem
not
being the scapegoat.
Yeah, Jake's the fall guy.
Yeah, it's
for
100% Jake.
Yeah.
Jake's doing it.
Yeah,
That's why you're on this program in the first place.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here to take bullets for you guys. Okay, I'm like your Secret Service.
What does that mean?
That's what they do. They just get shot for the president.
That's not what they do. I saw a
Yeah.
guy trying to become president get shot.
And no offense, if you're standing in front of me, there's still a lot of room they can
Yeah,
shoot to
for
hit
sure.
me.
Yeah.
It's
You're not doing a lot.
I'm fast enough. I can catch it. You know,
once.
one time. You get one bullet out of me. You all each get one bullet from me. How about that?
If the shooter has one bullet and hates mustaches, you're going to get one.
I
You're
honestly
gonna
am
get
more
one.
likely
Yeah.
to get shot more than you three.
In what situation?
Yeah, no, just by
Just
surface
being me.
area. Just by surface area, I'm the most likely to get shot.
Yeah, we're playing the odds here.
Yeah, and also if we're looking for like notoriety,
No, I'm just the least likable, probably.
of what group?
Now
You
hold on.
three.
Yeah, okay.
This group.
There's no probable here.
You're
Like,
nobody.
that's
You're nobody until
definite.
somebody
Yeah.
hates you, right?
Yeah.
Your group picked the president.
And you said we want it.
Coaching changes have started in the NFL. Mike Vrabel got the green light. He looking. Anyone want him? Like what the?
You know, I think a really good move for him would be the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
doing?
He's
here?
coming home.
I mean, that's
You know,
your
like-
take.
You know, every like free agency, there's like that one big name free agent, and then he goes, and then everyone else goes after that. It's Ben Johnson versus everyone. Detroit's offensive coordinator, he will get all the job offers, he will get all the interviews, and then the rest of the dominoes are going to fall after him.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think he's going to be as successful as a head coach as the world is going to think he is going to be.
Just be the best coordinator and stick with it.
Some guys should just be coordinators.
The Jets have scheduled an interview with Ron Rivera.
Okay.
Whoa.
Why?
And I heard Rex Ryan's throwing his hat in the ring, too.
I did hear that
Did
one.
he just say that, or did the Jets say that?
Yeah, no, he said that.
I mean,
He
come
said that.
on.
Well, I mean, they're not going to have.
Ned James is interviewing for the Giants or the Jets too, if you ask him.
And Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, good get.
GM. Good get.
Luke?
They're going to have to take who they can get. I mean, if there's somebody that's interested in that job, they have to take a good look at them no matter what.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be a lot of great coaches lined up that want that job.
Who wants to deal with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson?
Or
No
Woody
one.
Johnson. I mean,
Uh-huh.
from the top down, it's dealing with the owner's grandkids telling you what to do.
Riverboat Ron Rivera.
Well, yeah.
Also, the amount they get paid, you look past a lot of stuff. You look past Woody Johnson, you look past Aaron Rodgers, you look past Garrett Wilson, and you're like,
And
don't
you
know-
look
I
past
don't know
living in
that-
New Jersey.
I've always loved New Jersey.
I
I've been
don't
wanting
know
this job my whole career.
I don't know that next year's coach has to deal with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure he wants to come back. He was just getting tossed around yesterday. And the only points they scored was in the fourth quarter when Tyrod Taylor came in.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodgers just has aged 15 years this season.
Aaron Rodgers, at 40 years old with a broken Achilles, is like that girl you had a crush on in high school, and you finally get your chance with her, but she's 40 years old and has 4 kids now.
But yeah, when you tell your friends, you show them the
Okay.
old pictures of her.
You're talking
Yeah.
about seasoning.
You-
Uh-huh.
You show them,
I only eat out of cast iron, Jake. You're describing awesome things.
but yeah, you show your buddies the old pictures of when she looked really good.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this ain't like the home cooking. This is like, the Velveeta Mac Kraft cheese, you know?
Okay. Practice, man.
Saquon Barkley is now the 9th running back in NFL history to go over 2,000 rush yards. You can name 8 of them.
AP.
Check.
Jamal
OJ.
Lewis.
Check.
Oh, it looks like Luke can name them all.
Jamal Lewis is the one people forget.
Uh-huh.
Keep going, boys.
Dickerson.
Your guy, Jake.
Emmett Smith, OJ. I said that
OJ,
first. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I led with that.
Yeah, come on. 14 games too.
Missing a couple. You're almost there.
Emmett Smith.
What? What?
No.
Emmett.
You're out.
No,
You
Emmett.
just took yourself
Emmett.
out.
Dang.
No, Emmett.
All right. Van Luke.
It's just rushing,
Derrick
not all
Henry.
purpose.
It's just rushing.
Derrick Henry.
He's on the list.
Only got one more.
Nope.
Marshall Falk.
Again, you're
No,
out.
That's
No.
all purpose.
Also, nope.
Fault, not all purpose.
I'm telling you.
Barry Sanders.
There you go.
Oh, we already said Barry.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have him said, but okay.
Yeah, no, Barry, Jamal, Dickerson.
Okay. You got OJ.
Derrick Henry. Jamal Lewis.
There's two.
Saquon.
There's two more. You're not going to get them.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis was my dark horse.
Adrian
pull.
Peterson.
No,
Yeah,
AB,
said that one.
Okay, and then there's one last. So you said that one.
Larry Zonka.
That's not correct. It's not. It's not the host of American Gladiators, Larry Zonka.
Peyton Hillis.
It was Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson.
Oh,
yeah.
CJ2K.
His name's
Bummer. It's in his name. Damn it. Hey, 8 out of 9 ain't bad, boys.
It's not the number that it used to be, right?
No, I mean,
No, it's more impressive.
More games.
No, it's
more.
less impressive now.
No,
Eric Dickerson said it's not impressive. If Saquon beats it, it's bogus, and put an asterisk to get him. And also keep in mind, he hates everyone and would love for the door to stay shut behind him.
Oh, yeah.
In every single aspect of his life.
I mean, Saquon has less carries this year than Eric Dickerson had in his 2000 year, but he has an extra game. So
Eric Dickerson.
But
Potato,
he got
potato.
to 2,000 before the 17th game. So
fair.
I would say it's the most valid it could be.
And no one runs the ball anymore.
So he needs
There's
what,
like 3 guys.
He needs 101 yards against his former team to get the all-time single-season record.
So cool.
Even though they're going to rest
Sit 'em.
probably.
They're gonna sit 'em.
Well, he'll get it in the first half and then sit. I don't think I think they're going to make a point of getting him the record.
Of the 8 guys who have done it before Saquon, 7 of them have won Offensive Player of the Year that year.
Yep.
The only one not winning is Eric Dickerson. Of the 8 guys to win it previously, 4 of them have won MVP.
But you can also argue that Eric Dickerson is an offensive player always.
Good point.
That's good.
Offensive in a lot of ways.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure. Yeah, and out of the previous 8 to do it, only one of them killed a guy. So there's that.
And a gal. I don't know why are you
Allegedly.
underselling this? whole thing?
Allegedly.
Okay, Jake.
No, the
Okay, Jake.
civil suit said that he did it.
Yeah, but not in the criminal court of law, baby.
Well, that's different. You have to say that sentence.
What would you say is more valid, the criminal court of law or the civil court of law?
Well, I would say they both are valid. They're both
Sure,
courts of
they're both
law.
very important.
I would say
Yeah.
equally valid.
Sure.
Yeah, but one gets you in real trouble.
No, I mean, well, hold up. Do you think the civil,
hey.
that's real trouble
That's a paycheck.
to,
That's where you have to go rob guys in hotel rooms to get your stuff
he
back
did
to
do
pay
that.
it.
That's his thing.
And he was guilty of that. He did that.
That was, it was kind of like getting Capone on tax evasion.
Exactly.
It's
that.
like, we know you did a lot more, but we're going to get you for what we can.
Yeah. Leo didn't deserve an Oscar for The Revenant. Let's be honest, guys. Yeah.
Trying to think of the thing. What is the thing?
Like the movie?
Like, what is the thing you're like known for?
The guy from the Fantastic Four.
I think Capone's the best one, right? Like, you're known for a thing, but you're done in by something stupid.
Sure.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he has
Yeah.
to be the best example.
For sure. And the defense, I forgot to carry the one. I mean, that's what even makes it better. Like, what? I forgot to carry the one. That was just his argument.
I agree with that argument. Of the 8 that we mentioned, 4 of them are in the Hall of Fame. O.J. Simpson, Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Terrell Davis for some reason. Jamal Lewis is not and will not. Chris Johnson is not and will not. Adrian Peterson is not and will not.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, pause.
I don't know. I think AP gets in
Do you
As
understand
long
how
as you don't let 8-year-olds vote, AP can get in.
for sure.
I think if he's threatening the 8-year-olds to vote
Well,
for
yeah.
him, then-
if you let 8-year-olds vote, he'll have enough of them that they'll vote
Well,
for him.
that's true. Well, then Tyreek Hill's a shoo-in.
yeah, that's why he's having all those kids.
Mm-hmm.
All these writers are like the morality police, though. They don't let any of this stuff fly. Like, they're over it.
Yeah.
They'll put that dude, you love that Luke Kuechly dude? They'll put him in because he recently put out an article talking bad about the NFL. Like, they love that stuff. one of them riders had to help him ride it. Like, he's going to get in. He knows what he's doing. He's playing the system. His number, he retired at 28. His career and numbers weren't good enough. What is good enough is how he's playing the game.
He was good enough in every aspect. He's the best linebacker
Except
for 8 years in a row.
He's a quitter.
All right, we'll take Barry Sanders out.
Well, and honestly, I think you're going to have to start giving guys credit for knowing when to walk away at this point when you see guys that don't. And I mean, I think that's more of a plus than a minus, knowing that other things in life are more important.
Put an Andrew Luck in?
No.
If you're going to put in Kuechly Luke, you put in Andrew Luke.
Nah,
Luke Kuechly won Defensive Player of the Year.
Cool.
What did Andrew Luck do? He went to Stanford.
Awesome.
Loser.
Good work if you can get it.
Nerd.
The dudes who love long-form interviews get into the Hall of Fame. The dudes that get up and walk out like Cam Newton don't get into the Hall of Fame. That's how these football writers work. They're all losers.
Well, you know, when my era takes over Canton one
Your
day,
era. Okay. There we go.
It's going to be a whole different ballgame.
It's not.
You think my era has any morality? My generation?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's getting in. They might throw Aaron Hernandez in there just for fun.
He was an undersized white guy who was only a 3-star recruit, and he does long-form interviews. Let's put him in. That's what it's going to be.
Because he's a class act.
Jake's generation is going to put people in the Hall of Fame who has like the most prolific TikToks. Like who has
Juju Smith, Matt Collins.
We don't know who those people are.
They play football.
I like Jujubes.
Yum, yum, yum.
Great movie theater candy. Juju fruit.
It's like a raisin.
I'm a Milk Duds guy.
Oh, Milk Duds and popcorn is, your caramel popcorn there.
If you want to get into the Hall of Fame, just sit down with any reporter and tell them exactly what you just said out loud, and they'll vote you in. Because that's how this loser ballot system works.
Also, good for him for getting out before he's got the bad kind of CTE. Not like the fun kind of CTE like Diego Pavia.
That's mean, the way you just said that.
He's a lot of fun. I like watching him play football. I love his energy and passion.
And he gets one more year.
There's no quitting that dude.
No way.
No, he will never quit college. He just proved that in the courtroom. He's good forever.
The Van Wilder of college football. He's pulling a Tommy boy.
I like it. A lot of people go to school for 7 years.
They're called doctors.
I think every single player on the Lobos scored against Colorado State on Saturday. So way to go, Lobos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was a good
impressive.
game.
It was good. It was a good game.
And UCLA keeps racking up big wins, which just makes the Lobo victory look better.
Yeah.
The Lobos second half was weak. There. I mean, I know it was kind of out loud, but
I think they let everybody get in. Everybody got to play.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to put them in. They can move the ball around well. And
I think they even put
It's
the
Christmas,
kid in
Fred,
who got punched on the plane.
all I heard was alleged. I don't know any of that.
Like, see, keyword.
I don't think he got in, though. I don't know why you just said it like that.
That story died, didn't it?
Yeah, they
Good job
shipped
to the
off
PR
My
machine.
Penny Mendenhall, and then Devin Dampier left. And before you knew it, the bowl game and Donald Trump. Did he go to the Army game?
Yeah, he was there.
He was.
The Don was there.
That's what they called him, the Don.
El Padrino, El Don.
What does that mean?
None of this is true.
The Don is a real one.
No one. 0 people.
In your
Anybody that
world.
would call him El Patrino is not going to be in this country anymore. So
Exactly.
it's that one doesn't hold.
How was he received? It was like a
Electrically.
yep. Okay.
Yeah. The crowd went crazy. I think they cheered louder than when the planes flew over.
Why do you think that?
Because it's the Dawn.
How are the Black Knights 11-2 and just non-existent against Navy? Did all their guys go in the transfer portal too? Or are they all in like Ukraine now?
Some guys gotta, go do their job.
Their job is to play football. Oh my God. 7 for 16, 65 yards, 1 tutty, 3 interceptions. That's Bryson Daly's numbers.
It's a bummer.
Because Navy threw the ball better. That's
Navy was 4 of 9, 107 yards,
Yep, that's better.
2 tutties.
It's a lot better. I mean, when you play the same exact offense against each other, your defense knows how to prepare.
If I'm an NFL team that wants good pub, I'm drafting the running back from Navy. That kid was unreal.
I don't think they can get drafted. I think the only guys that can get drafted are Air Force. They got to go to a different draft.
I don't think
you don't get drafted.
they're not drafted. They're already in.
They signed up for it willingly.
Hey, the admiral was at Navy and he got drafted. So I, you know,
4 years later.
oh yeah, but
I think you can get drafted and get like you get a different
Yes,
designation
you
where you're
do.
like
Yeah.
you're a representative of the
Yeah.
military or something.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Also, I think if like this is real, I'm not joking. I think if you like get in trouble off the field or whatever, I think you can get like court-martialed and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like that serious.
Wow.
If you get drafted by obvious one Baltimore and you end up doing stuff that happens in Baltimore,
Mhm.
you also get court-martialed.
Maybe I should join a military service, help keep my stuff straight.
Tubing on, live from Howie's, 95.9 FM and AM 610. We preview Monday Night Football whenever we get back. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're wrapping this one up before we start Monday Night Football here at Howie's Sports Page. It's the Lions and the 49ers. Boys, is this one worth watching tonight?
Only at Howie's.
Yeah.
If you're a Niners fan, you want like some glimpse of hope for next year. So for Niners fan, this is very watchable. I don't think any of Detroit's studs are going to be playing in the fourth quarter.
I hope not. I need Jahmyr Gibbs and Jamison Williams to have the single worst day in their career. And I need Jawan Jennings to go out there and look like the reincarnation of Randy Moss.
Okay. I don't like your chances.
By the way, did you see Randy Moss run out the flag, the Patriots? Isn't that sweet?
I did not see that.
Nope.
That is sweet.
Yeah, the last
First
time we
cancer?
saw him in social media, he was sitting in a chair, he had a cane and everything, and then now he was full sprinting down the
Now-
sideline.
Did he have the eyeglasses on?
I just saw the picture of him running.
Did he have the flag at half staff for Jimmy Carter?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
No, I think it was fully erected.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, more or less fully erect. You know, it's not always.
That one's for you, man.
And that
Thank
age.
you. Well done.
Rest in peace to Jimmy Carter at 100 years old, passing away, the 39th president of these United States. Some might argue the best president.
I would argue that he is the last real president.
Okay.
Everyone else has been like a corporate shill in my book.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter, to make sure there was no conflict of interest,
Sold his peanut farm.
stole his family's peanut farm that's been in his family for generations to make sure there'd be no conflict of interest. And our next president sells Bibles.
Jake?
You know how I know about Jimmy Carter?
All right.
Because of his cameo on King of the Hill. That's how I learned about Jimmy Carter.
He's also in The Simpsons. Luke?
Yeah,
All right.
I knew about him before cartoons.
Jimmy Carter, though, passed away on an NFL Sunday where the Giants got their first home game win of the season.
Oh. I think most people know Jimmy Carter through everywhere you grew up, there was a middle school named after him.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I think that's kind of his biggest impact.
Do we have a Carter Middle School here in New Mexico or Albuquerque?
I would believe.
I know we
do.
got Jefferson though.
Yeah, it's called the Carter 4, actually.
Yeah,
all the middle schools
nice.
in Albuquerque are named after presidents, except Ernie Pyle Middle School.
Jimmy Carter Middle School is at the intersection. It's here in town. I guess I was gonna give away where it's at, but I'm like, that's a stupid thing to do on the air. If you know where Jimmy Carter Middle School is, it's
You know where it is?
Yeah, you just go there. Like,
They have a gardening program and they grow peanuts.
who's Ernie?
The fact that the
Powell?
guy was in his 90s, he was a World War II correspondent from Albuquerque, famous World War II correspondent. He's the only. I went there. I went to that middle school. So
And
that's
he
the only
died in World War II?
Reason, it's the only reason I know that is because I went to Ernie Pyle Middle School. They actually have a library. His house that he grew up in is over off Girard.
He died in Okinawa.
Yeah,
This is wild.
I've been to
Almost
his
got to
library.
the very
The
end.
library,
It's cool. It's really cool.
Right there by
Yeah.
Puerto del Sol
It's a
Golf
nice
Course.
touch by our city to do that.
Speaking of war, I saw a friendship between two veterans end because of that Broncos game. And one of the guys wasn't even a Broncos fan. He's a Raiders fan. And he was just making fun of his buddy that was a Broncos fan. And the Broncos fan was in the Army, and the Raiders fan, actually, he's a Raiders fan. He was in the Marines. So I guess he always picked on him because of that. Like, you were just in the Army, I was in the Marines. But then he took it to football and was picking on him for that. And when the Broncos lost and he was gloating about it, he stood up and they were about to fight. I'm like, please don't,
What?
because I don't need to get in the middle of a fight between
This is like if
Marine and the next.
this
Yeah,
is like
a
if
Marine you're going to stop a Marine in a green beret from fighting? Is
You
that what
make
you're,
fun
is
of
that
me
what you're
all you
doing?
want,
Zay?
but you leave the Denver Broncos out of this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
did
like
it verbally stop him.
if Van Tate was making fun of Van Nunley because he's on TV and Van Nunley's on radio. Like, that is the exact. Hey, I'm gonna fight you over the identity of my job.
First
Like,
off, I
what?
would never.
You losers!
I defer to the good Van immediately. Taller, better looking, more
Duh.
talented, more experienced,
You know what I identify as?
able to produce melanin.
That job I signed up for.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Not everybody signed up.
Now they do.
Yep.
Also, fun note, because we're talking about World War II, the pilot of the Enola Gay from my hometown, Paul Tibbets. Let's go, brother.
There we go.
Shout out.
Killed a lot of
It's not the greatest thing to
Killed
brag
a
about,
lot
Fred.
of people.
Not the greatest thing to brag about.
Does not have a middle school where I grew up.
No.
Paul Tibbets. Look him up. Crazy story.
We're gonna change that.
Do they have middle school, or was it just one like the schoolhouse where they went, K through 12?
Well, you could name a new middle school. Jake, final words.
Happy birthday to my dad, LeBron James, and hi, Mom.
It's a good one. Luke Markwith.
Big giveaway at Howie's halftime. Come join us.
Isaiah.
Christmas belongs to the NBA.
Ooh,
Despite
hot take.
I love the NFL, but Van Nunley, final words.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, friends of the show. And check out the opening drive.